Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Ben Tolson from Podia, and you are watching the Podia Pros Lead Magnet live review. Today, we have Adrian Dalsus joining us to help us check out these lead magnets and give us a rundown of what's working and what's not. Adrian runs Despegue Musical and Optimination.com, and he's on a mission to help creators and entrepreneurs optimize their efforts by finding the best ways to promote their products and services and conquer their markets in the ever evolving world of marketing. Adrian, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for the invitation. I'm very glad and happy I'm here.
Yeah, we're just stoked to have you. You have been a longtime user of Podia, someone who has contributed to other things that we've done. You've shared creator advice. So, as far as being a Podia Pro is concerned, you're definitely up there on the list. And so, we really appreciate you taking the time to share your insights with us today. So,
Thank
all
you.
right, are you ready to dive into this first lead magnet?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. So this first lead magnet comes to us from Loda Pirtima, who, in her own words, is a language freak whose passion is helping Finnish enthusiasts to get a grip on this beautiful language. I love that.
Yeah, sounds very good. In fact, I love Finland because I'm myself I'm fan of a lot of metal bands there in Finland. So yeah, Finland
Oh,
is
that's awesome. Yeah, very cool.
yes.
Well, go ahead and take us through this lead magnet and let us know what you're seeing.
Okay. Well, first of all, I think the page looked very nice. It's very clean. Um, this kind of design is possible well thanks to Podia. I myself I'm using this kind of um, yeah like white box with a image background in order to make it look very cleanish, very nice. So I think it looked very nice. So maybe the first advice I will make here is it's always nice to have a product image in order to like make people want to know more about the product or at least imagine what it will look like if it was a physical product. So maybe have like a product image in this case. um, in fact, I did like a quick mock-up, if you want to say, uh, in this case for this product. So I did this in Canva, Canva.com. It's very easy to use, um, and I believe that maybe something like this, made in like 5 minutes with a pre-made template, can be used for something like this. So um, I'm sure it will look a little more polished and professional. Yeah. So um, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and so that's great. When you mentioned the idea of having a product image, I love that. And with something like this, I think what's challenging for a lot of creators is, because it's a digital product, there's not necessarily like, it doesn't come in a box or anything like that. But
Yeah.
the thing I really love about Canva is you have a lot of different ways that you can mock up product images. And what is so even though, you're not physically mailing a box, thing or some physical thing to somebody, they're taking it online, but having something tangible that they can see that kind of represents the product can be really helpful. And so I love that you called that out in the
Yeah.
Canva example you showed. Do you mind going back to that real quick?
Of course.
So what you put together there, was that just one of the mock-ups and you pulled an image into that?
Yeah. Exactly. I like uh, search here like mini workshop, for example. So Canva had like a lot of pre-made templates. So I just choose one of them. In this case, for example, I add this one. So in this case, we will like maybe change it for colors of Finland, and obviously change all the text for, but yeah, it's very simple to use, and I think it's a very nice tool that works very well with Podia, because both tools are very easy to use, and yeah, it can look very professional, very nice. As you said, it can help people to imagine or to see what uh, they're going to receive, because that's very powerful in marketing. The thing that people really know what they're signing up, because at the end we're exchanging the name and email of a prospect, a future client, with something valuable. So we have to make this thing the more valuable, the more like attractive to other people. So yeah, that will be definitely the first advice.
Okay, great, awesome. So looking at this, you talked about making the value clear for people and having some kind of visual representation of the product to help communicate that. What do you see her doing in the text of the lead magnet that's also accomplishing that? That's doing a good job of communicating the value. And do you see anything that she might want to tweak or kind of workshop a little bit to make the value a little bit more apparent?
Yeah, sure. I think the title is it's very good. Okay, five guidelines for fun and fast finish, because it have like this number that it's useful for people to again imagine what they're doing, what they're going to receive. So it's not like 150 guidelines. It's just five to begin with. Maybe the only recommendation I will make in this title is to uh, maybe be more short. So maybe the title could be this one, like fun and fast finish. And this subtitle could be five guidelines to learn Finnish faster and have fun with it. So um, uh, what this make is that the title of the lead magnet it's more short, it's more sticky, if we can say it like that. But yeah, maybe have like that title a little more big, like a really title in the page, so people can really see what the product its name. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing, as I'm looking at it, I see she has the title at the top, and then she has a few different sections of text. So there's the subtitle, and then there's kind of a heading that introduces the description, and then a kind of a bit of call to action text. Oh, and then there's the section at the bottom that just lets people know what they're signing up for. And if I'm kind of scanning to get a sense of, okay, what's here, it gives me a lot of different things to look at that kind of compete with one another. How do you think she might consolidate some of that or restructure it to make it a little bit easier for somebody who's just scanning to get that same information but a little bit faster?
Yeah, that's a very good goal. What I will do is like divide all these texts in a new section. So in the first section, we can have like the title, the what you will receive, and then in a second section, we can explain a little more all these um, call to action, and maybe have the button again. So maybe, yeah, like to dissect the text in two sections will make it look more visually appealing, visually attractive, and more easy to read, as you said. So in the first section, just the title, just what you will receive, and in the second section, a little more description or information about the product. So it's true that in a lead magnet landing page, the landing page should be very easy to read and not very long. But considering that we have only two sections, I don't think that it will be a bad idea to have two more sections to say all of this in a more visual way. So, yeah, that's a very good advice.
Okay, very cool. I did want to say real quick too, because I forgot to mention it earlier. If you're watching this live and you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and we'll make time to bring those in between each of the lead magnets we review. So feel free to pop those in, and we'll be happy to share them.
Yeah. So, in order to continue, I will only share a quick more tips. So maybe in considering this is a mini course and not an ebook or a guide, what I would recommend is just to have like another section that have the modules or the yeah, the subsections that these mini course have. So if if we're only if it were only 5 short videos, maybe to look at the title of these short videos in order to really know more about what I'm going to learn in these 5 videos. Maybe considering again that this is a mini course, have another section in which we can add like 3 or 4 testimonials of people who already this mini course in order to have more FOMO, this
Hmm.
fear of missing out of, oh, this work for other people, it can work for me. Other people are saying this is nice, this is awesome, so this gives me more yeah, more willingness to download this. And at last, maybe again, considering this is a mini course that probably will show Laura's face, maybe have a quick video of introduction or invitation of Laura, saying, "Hi, I'm Laura. I'm yeah, all of this. I'm a native Finnish speaker. I can help you with this. I invite you to sign up for this mini course in which you will learn and this. I'll see you at the course." So it's really a 30-second long video, but to see the face of the one that's giving the course, the one I will be learning from, it's a nice touch, and it um, strength, strengthened the relationship with future clients. So that would be, I think, very good advice to engage more visitors to take action in this mini course.
Yeah, I love that. So, and those are all in the Podia website. Those are all three different section types that you can add. You can add a section that shows the contents of the course, and and you can modify the look of that a little bit, and decide what information you want to share and what information you want to keep hidden. Some creators have also made their own version of that visually, and kind of made it a little bit more comprehensive depending on, the size of the course or what they're trying to do. But there's definitely that section where you can just easily click a button and add that in. There's the testimonial section, and you can also add a video section. I especially love, because I'm a video person, I feel like anytime the person who created the material, who's going to be teaching the course, can get themselves in front of other people and let them experience their personality and the way that they talk, and maybe a little bit of the way that they teach, if you do some kind of, kind of a preview or something like that, it can really go a long way in helping people decide, oh yeah, this is someone I would want to learn from and listen to.
Totally.
Whereas, if you don't have that, they don't get to have that experience and use that as a basis for making a decision.
That's totally true. And one of the best advices in marketing is to have a personality that attracts more people like you, because we as marketers, as creators, um, we don't need to be like um, the happy person, or the best match for everyone. We just need to connect with people like us, and that very short niche of people are very millions of people around the world. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that way of connecting with video is very very important to make other people like you say, hey, that person is like me. I'm obviously going to learn Finnish with Laura instead of this regular and cliche professor in other website. So yeah,
All right. Do you have any other feedback for this lead magnet?
I think that will be all. In order to maybe sum it up, it will be like to have a product image that you can make very easy in Canva, and to maybe even make a mock-up. This is like a very simple mock-up, because it's just like a laptop and the flag of Finland, but it could be maybe a screenshot inside of the mini course, and to have a lot of face like saying hi in the course. Also to change maybe the title in order to only have the fun and fast Finnish title, and the subtitle will be 5 guidelines to learn Finnish faster and have fun with it. um, to show the modules or what you will learn inside the mini course, a few testimonials, and this sales video saying hi and calling out all the people who wants to learn Finnish to sign up for this mini course.
Awesome. I do have one quick question at the so as we're adding things to the page, for the purpose of making it more likely that someone will decide to go ahead and sign up, it's making the page longer. Would you recommend also putting another email sign, like a second sign up, somewhere at the bottom of the page?
Oh, that's a very good advice. Yeah, in fact, it's very useful to have more than one button in a landing page, because what we want to do is, number one, to focus all the call to actions in one invitation only. So uh, yeah, first of all the buttons on one landing page should be directing to, in this case, sign up for the mini course. So people, for example, when you um, enter in a mobile environment, maybe
Mm-hmm.
they're scrolling, and this it's going to be more large or more yeah, it's different on the cell phone. So if we add like a second button of this same invitation at the end, it will um, help people to, instead of going all the way up to sign up here, they can sign up at the end of the page. So very good advice.
Very cool. All right. Well, we'll hop out and bring in some of the comments real quick. We got, let me see if I can do this. Sorry. Let me see. Oh, there
I
we go. I
think
got it.
what ah yeah.
No, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that one of the best ways to design like these very nice, beautiful looking pages in Podia is to inspire with other Podia websites, because it's very easy to do in comparison with, for example, with a WordPress page, or even another provider of website builder. So if we for example see that Laura is using this background with an image, and is using a white box in the center, we only have to look for it in the Podia builder and replicate it. So make it your own, but really inspired by other Podia creators.
Yeah, I love that advice. And also, if you're a Podia creator looking for examples, we've got some on our website. You can also go to the Podia creator community that's available for free, and you can, just pop a message in there and say, hey, I'm working on my lead magnet, and I would love to see yours so that I have some examples, and folks would be happy to share. So, all right,
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez. I don't know if you're familiar with Robert. He's another one of our Podia creators who has been doing amazing work on his site. But he says, "Hi, hey Podia team and Adrian." And then we've got Gloria Sloan, I believe, saying hello from El Salvador.
Awesome. ¿Qué tal?
And then Mark with a C, Thomas, says, I really want to learn to speak Finnish now. So look at that.
Yeah, me
The
too.
it's already working. All
Yeah,
right. Are you ready to jump into the next lead magnet?
of course. Let's do it.
All right. All right. So this next one comes to us from board certified clinical psychologist, Dr. Nina Jefferson. All right. So what do you have to
All
share
right.
with us on this one?
All right. As we can see here, Nina already make a product image, so that's nice. That's the first advice we did for Lore. So, in the same order of ideas, what I would recommend here is to not only have like a title of the course in a background that it really looks nice, but maybe add this to a mockup. So we can again search for mockup course, maybe here at Canva, or again workshop. Um, yeah, well, you can find a lot of things that in Canva, but maybe to have like a laptop or a computer with a screenshot inside of what the this in this case workbook looks like, it would be nice. Or maybe to have even this same designed, like printed in a an ebook mock-up or something like that. It's more powerful to show like this ebook, this workbook. As you say, it really won't be physical what you will get, but it helps us to imagine what it will look like, what
Mm-hmm.
we're going to exchange our data for. So that would be the very first advice, to have like a mock-up of this workbook. Um, let's see. I think, for example, this is very cool. All these things that you will learn inside of the workbook, identify areas where you struggle, overcome limiting belief, cultivate a growth mindset. So what I feel here is that this workbook, it seems that it's going to help me in a lot of ways. So uh, here we can make a lot of things, no? Uh, right? The first one maybe could be like uh, transform this workbook into 4 mini workbooks that are also free, because one of the best recommendations of a lead magnet is that it's very simple to read, like 5 minutes or less reading time. So I don't know this workbook how how long it will take to read all these things. Maybe it's a workbook for 10 pages. I don't know, but uh, in reading this, I can maybe imagine that uh, it talks a lot of things. So the first way of transforming this will be to maybe have like a 4 ebook bundle that you can download to, and everyone is going to help you with these things, or maybe to concise all this information in like 2 bullet points in order to make it more easy to understand what I'm going to get inside the workbook. So this relates to maybe the title, okay? Build a growth mindset workbook. It's it sounds nice. I can imagine what it will do for me, but it's still like a vague or ethereal title. So it's very powerful to like be very descriptive in the title. For example, if this workbook is going to help me um, take back control of my life and unlock my full potential, I think this will be a maybe better title, like unlock your full potential. So, in a subtitle, similar to what we recommended for Laura, we can maybe be more specific, like, oh, unlock your full potential ebook. It's going to help you growth a mindset in which you will blah blah blah. So yeah, maybe like to have a very descriptive title that helps people to really understand what they're going to get, or where the transformation is going to be uh, with the very title. So that will be the first advices I get from this.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's funny because we did website reviews last month, and that was a lot of what we were seeing was this situation where the title was more descriptive and or not descriptive, but the title basically said this is what it is. And then when you got to, it was the very, almost in every case, it was the very first line said this is what it does, this is the transformation. And so a lot of the advice we were seeing was swap those around, you know, make make the headline the transformation that you're providing for people, and then you can tell people what it is, you know. But that's the thing that's really going to grab their attention, is seeing what's the transformation this is going to create for me. So I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly. And for example, today there are a lot of AI tools then that can help with this kind of title generator, because a few years ago you had to like do a brainstorm with friends or with people, with your ideal customers, to like test out different titles. So what title do you like most, the A, B, C, D, or, and today we can use an AI tool to like um, ask it, show me, or first of all, describe what your ebook or your workbook or your mini course is doing, and then ask for a few titles that evoke curiosity, and
Mm-hmm.
so the AI, it's going to give you a very good examples that you can later tweak or change. But yeah, this could help a lot in order to, as you said, have very powerful titles, very descriptive. And then in the description of the lead magnet, you can say all these little specifications. So yeah, that's a very good way of using AI to make copywriting, to make even all the sales page text, and then you can later tweak all this information, of course.
Yeah, yeah, that's really great advice, and it really is. I've been very impressed by how good some of the suggestions are that the AI comes up with, and being able to use that as a jumping off point has been really helpful. I also
Yeah,
wanted to mention, because you were talking about the different, like it looks like there's a lot there, maybe splitting it
mhm.
off into four different things. And one of the things that made me think of was this situation a lot of users face when they're trying to figure out, what do I want to make for a lead magnet? And oftentimes they are imagining something much bigger than it needs to be.
Yeah,
And so it's like, well, if I don't make it big enough, if I don't hit enough points, it's, people aren't going to be willing to sign up. It's not going to be valuable enough. But a lot of times, a much smaller version is enough, to get people interested and to get people in. And and then you can take, the bigger version of that, and you can turn that into something that people would actually pay for down the road. So
yeah.
I like that you brought that out, because that does speak to a struggle that a lot of our new creators have when they're trying to figure out what kind of lead magnet they should make.
Yeah. That's very good, because in terms of lead magnet, and I struggle with this uh, years to really, more than understand this, to really accept it, because it's very difficult to do big. But a lead magnet should like give insane amount of value in a short period of time or pages. A lot of people recommend that lead magnet uh, like be a gift of the most valuable information in your niche or in your business, because that way people who download this will say, wow, this is something I will have paid for, and if this is free, I can imagine what this person is going to help me achieve with a paid course or a paid product. So this is like a first recommendation. And the second one is to create like a value ladder. So let's imagine a ladder in which in each step you give order to all your products and services. So, for example, the first ladder, the first step will be a free lead magnet. Okay, maybe the next step will be like a tripwire or a product that costs roughly $25, $10, something very yeah, low cost, in order for people to really see this like a no-brainer. And
Mm-hmm.
then you can create more products. But the recommendation here is to start uh, the other way around, to first know your stellar product, your more valuable product, okay, and then go back to the first step. So that way you can really understand what's the previous step that people need to do before achieving the great results you're going to help them in the last step. For example, maybe this build a growth mindset is for people who already are seeking a psychologist, or already are aware of their problems they're having right now in their life. So maybe a good recommendation would be to create your lead magnet for the people that are before this step. And this we're entering in a marketing area where we understand it that there are three types of traffic: the cold traffic, that are people who really don't know what the problem is that they're facing. Okay, this will be people who don't know their need a psychologist. So if I don't know that I need a psychologist and I enter this website, maybe I will think like, oh, this is nice, but I don't need this. So you lose that kind of traffic. The second type of traffic is warm traffic. This is people who already are aware of their problem and maybe are seeking for this kind of help. So warm traffic is going to maybe see this landing page and are going to say, oh, this is nice, this is just what I'm looking for. And hot traffic is people who already know all of the past things, and also knows that you are the one who are like offering or have the best solution for their problem. So maybe in this case, what we could do is to transform this ebook, this workbook that is specifically created for warm traffic, for people who are already aware of a problem they have, to a cold traffic of people who don't know that they need a workbook like this. So this will look like, instead of saying build a growth mindset workbook, maybe we could say something like, do you know that if you are struggling with this and this and this, uh, you can achieve better results on your life by doing this and this and this. So, like, to have this introductory section with an opening question, people could relate to that question and could say, "Yeah, that's me." Okay, so with that relating question, maybe we could then show this information, and people will like make click on their head, like have an epiphany, to say, oh, this is for me. I now understand that I need this. So to maybe create this first section to really transform cold traffic to warm traffic. Okay, and storytelling is very very useful in this regard, to this to have this very first section to say something like, hi, I'm Dr. Nina, and for years I struggle with I don't know, ADHD. So I thought my head was strange. And then at the age of 25, I was diagnosed. And yeah, so uh, maybe if we can have this little introduction section that starts with a question, people will say, yeah, that's me. And then offer this lead magnet in order to people to understand why they need this lead magnet. So yeah, I think that will be nice. And also the same as we recommended for the Finnish classes, maybe to have a few testimonials of people who
Mm-hmm.
already uh, read the workbook, to again solve one specific problem. In this case, maybe to have four workbooks that each one have like, I don't know, 5 pages, but helps you in one specific problem. And then in these bundles you can solve four problems in one. Okay, um, and yeah, speak to a cold audience instead of a warm or hot audience. Could be a very good advice too.
Yeah, that is fantastic advice. And really I love kind of the advice that's in there is um knowing where your audience is coming from and really trying to think through the experience they're having when they land on your page. So if it's, if it's a warm audience who they're having those struggles, but maybe they don't really know where to look, and and so their experience is I'm landing here, I'm having these I'm having these struggles. If they see something that lists out the things that they're struggling with, it's immediately going to click with them like, oh, this might be for me, and then that kind of pulls them into, like you were saying, the story and that kind of thing. But just, as a creator, thinking through that experience from the point of view of the type of customer you're trying to reach who's landing on your page. It's great stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Do
Awesome.
you have any other feedback for this one?
Not maybe to have again a short video of Nina,
Mm-hmm.
like saying hi, um, like talking to the camera and welcoming people who are willing to download this, because this really really helps to identify with the other person, to show up your to shows your personality, and to really connect with the other person, because uh, especially for this kind of businesses, like a psychologist, you want to work with someone who really understands you, who really is like you. So it's not the same to that I think that this is a really great picture. But imagine if we additionally add like a quick video of Nina saying hi and doing this quick invitation with this workbook, and maybe for an extra recommendation to really print out this workbook, okay, and show it in the video. You will like receive a digital version of this workbook. It
Oh yeah, I like
has
that.
20 pages. You're going to learn this and this, but really say that this is a digital version of the workbook. But to show the workbook in the video is very powerful. So yeah, that would be a nice touch.
All right. I wanted to bring in this from Robert, who was listening earlier when we were talking about the idea of the headline and the transformation and stuff. And he says people don't necessarily want the product, but the transformation that comes with the product.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Very
and he
very nice
also
thought.
yeah, and he also says AI has been great for helping me formulate and organize ideas. Really, I mean, it really is an incredible time we're living in. We
Yeah,
won't get into all of the ways that AI is influencing how we make things nowadays, but that might have to be a live stream for another day. Um,
yes.
I meant to mention earlier on because Adrian, you shared with me that this morning the power went out in your apartment building, right, Adrian?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I live in Guadalajara, Mexico, and last night there was a big storm, the first one of the year, and at 3 a.m. we we didn't have like electricity, so I have to come to a coffee shop. Uh, so yeah, here we are.
Well, I really appreciate, even though, and I apologize that that happened and that you're having that setback, but I appreciate that you still made the time to and made it work to be able to come and join us. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, of course.
All right, are you ready to dive into this last lead magnet?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So this one comes to us from professional artist Eric Thompson. So tell us about Eric Thompson and his email lead magnet.
All right, so here we have a free email delivery, my watercolor art book. I understand that this book have 170 pages of instruction of watercolor painting. Okay, so maybe as we said before, the ideal lead magnet will be a very short and easy to read or easy to understand lead magnet. Okay, so what I feel at these first seconds of understanding this lead magnet is that maybe this 170 page art book could be I don't know, a $17 product because it's very large. I can only imagine the work behind a 170 page art book. So I understand that this gives a lot of value, but we also need to understand if we really are going to, or if our public, our audience, is going to really consume a 170 page free art book. Because, and this is like psychology and marketing stuff, but we can, for example, and you, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. For example, you buy a course online that really helps you. You love that course, and you say to your spouse or your friends, "You need to do this course. In fact, I'm going to share with you the password or something in order to that you make this course because it really helped me." And people really don't do it, and that's because they didn't pay for it. So the psychology thing that is happening here is that people really give more value to the things that they pay for. So maybe if I download this 170 page art book, I'm going to, in the first minutes, say this is awesome, okay? But in the 50 page, I'm going to say, okay, I will see this another day. And another day is never. So
Hmm.
we really need to be very concise. What I would recommend here is to maybe transform this long page art book into a 17 page art book, okay? And to really be very concise. It's difficult, but maybe to really try to teach all the very good stuff on those 17 pages, and then the last page have a call to action to to buy the continuation or the rest of the art book. Okay, and this could be, like I said before, a tripwire. For example, a $17 product, and people who already understood and liked the 17 pages art book will, not everyone, because that's how the sales funnel work, but a few people will say, This is awesome, I really want to have more of this." So yeah, it's very useful to have this short lead magnet PDF in this case. Another advice I would say is that take advantage of what Poria could helps you do. So in this case, additional to having just a PDF, and considering that Eric it's teaching people to do watercolor painting, maybe add to this lead magnet like a few videos, short videos, um, like Laura is doing, in order to really understand how to use this PDF, you know, because it's not the same to download this file and to have it on your computer or your phone and to really don't know how to take action with this, instead of maybe having again a quick introduction of Eric, saying hi and saying this is how I recommend that you use this book, use it this way or this other way, and then tell me what do you think. So maybe to add like instructions or tutorials in this will be even more powerful for people to have this teaching inside of this free stuff.
And we mentioned before about the idea of video and having some kind of preview. And even if you record the videos and put them inside the lead magnet, having one on the page as a preview of what they'll get becomes very enticing, because it's an example of what they're going to be experiencing. It's an experience with you, and them getting to see your unique personality. And it's also, you're walking them through things that they'll be seeing in the PDF. And so it's like, oh, I need to get that PDF so that I can see what he's talking about. So I really love that. I also
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to I also wanted to bring out what you were saying about making this 17 pages and making it a tripwire for a paid product. I think that's just phenomenal advice. And I think the question, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier, how a lot of people start out and feel like they need to put something together that's really big and really comprehensive. But like, ask yourself, would the same person who would give me their email address to get this 170 page PDF still give me their email address if I only gave them 17 pages? And I think in this case, for that type of person, the answer is probably yes. So you're not necessarily losing anything by bringing the scale down of what you're offering in your lead magnet, but then you're opening up some opportunities for other paid products, and potentially taking a little bit of work off of your plate if you haven't made it yet.
yeah, yeah, of course. And this the next advice that I will say in this is to really respond or write out all the basic questions of journalism. What is this? Who is it for? Why is this useful for or important for someone? And how can this help me? Because what I'm seeing here is that this is a watercolor painting art book, but I'm not clear if this is for learning how to paint with watercolor. I can like infer that, but I'm not sure of it. So, for example, instead of saying once you enter your email, you will be able to view this great book, instead of saying that to see this great book, it will be nice to maybe say this book is going to help you one, two, three, four, in this order, and it's for people who already like watercolor painting, are learning watercolor painting, and wants to be more professional. Maybe this can help you to achieve great results on a month if you practice every day. I don't know, but maybe to respond that basic questions of journalism. What is this?
Mm-hmm.
This is an art book. Okay, who is it for? In this case, I don't know. Maybe it's for people who are starting out, are amateurs in this regard, or maybe it's for people who already paint in watercolor and wants to be better. Why is this useful? Well, because it will help you achieve this in this amount of time. And how can this help me? Well, this will help you to practice maybe, or to have a better understanding of the colors or something like that. So same as we did in the previous lead magnets, to have a few testimonials of people who already consume or download this would be helpful. To have a video showcasing how the art book looks inside, because this looks great. Okay, these winter scenes, figures, buildings, and trees. I think it looks incredible. But imagine if we can have like Eric recording like a Loom video. If you know what Loom is, it's a platform that lets you record your screen very easily.
Hmm.
So you can record your screen and have your face in a square or something like that, and explain how the ebook it's going to look, and to show me like a few more other winter scenes, figures, buildings, and trees. It's going to like very catch my eye, and to say, wow, I love this. I really need this, and yeah, just I think that will be helpful. And again, to have like a mock-up of this art book. Okay, uh, so this is an art book. Let's make a mock-up of how will this art book look like in real life, so people can really imagine, okay, I'm downloading this digital version of this really beautiful art book, and not just the square version of it, you know. So yeah, I really think that this ebook has potential, and I'm sure that all these recommendations could help people to understand, uh, to who is this for, how can this help them, and to really feel like FOMO of saying, "Wow, I need this. I really like this, and I want it to to have it this."
Yeah, I love all of those recommendations, and especially the Loom video. And I don't know either. I kind of imagined as you were talking about it, like he was actually flipping through a physical book, but even doing a recording and he's showing on the computer screen, kind of scrolling through the PDF, showing how the the interactive elements work that he mentions. Um, yeah, that's great stuff, and it's again, it's just one of those things where people get to see you, they get to see your face and your personality, and they also get a preview of what they're getting, and it just makes it that much more enticing.
Yeah, definitely.
All
Well,
right, do you have it?
congratulations, Eric. Yeah,
Yeah, this is great. All right, do you have any other feedback for this one?
I think that will be all.
All right, so we will go ahead and kind of wrap this up here. Um, Adrian, thank you again so much. I'm going to share real quick. We're in the middle of our July Podia Creator Fellowship, and what that is, I will show you. We have every month we've been giving away $2,000 for creators, and you can enter to win $2,000 of no strings attached cash that you can spend. And all you have to do this month is go to podia.com/creator-fellowship and apply by sharing your lead magnet with us, and a lead magnet that you've created in Podia. So you just go here and click apply now. Now, if you don't have a lead magnet, we can help you with that too, because we've actually created a guide that will teach you how to create a lead magnet. You can read through this. It gives you some great tips. There are a couple of videos that you can watch, a lot of examples. So really great stuff here, but definitely encourage you. You can apply for a chance to win $2,000. We're also going to be sharing some of the lead magnets we receive as examples in our newsletter, so you'll be able to potentially get in front of a new audience that way. And yeah, so this is going to be open and available through midnight, July 19th. So apply before midnight, July 19th for a chance to win that. Adrian, thank you again so much for taking the time to join us. Thank you for sharing all of these valuable insights. And one more time, if people want to connect with you, where can they find you online?
Yeah, thank you for the invitation. You can write write me at Adrian at optimination.com. Also to enter the website optimination.com. It's in Spanish, but you can have an idea of what we're offering, what how can we help you. So yeah, I will love to get in touch with you all.
Yeah, and I'm showing that on the screen here one more time. Um, so yeah, folks can go here. Was this website also built in Podia?
Yeah, it's everything built in Podia.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a beautiful website, very good looking. Um, and
Thanks.
and I know you're available for the services you offer. We also have through Podia we have what's called Podia Pros, and Adrian is one of our Podia Pros who is available to help out with things related to lead magnets or landing pages or marketing related things. So you can check that out at podia.com/podia-pros and find him there as well. All right. Well, thanks again, Adrian. And thank you, folks, so much for tuning in, for sharing your comments. And we will see you next time.
Bye. Thank you.